Welcome back to the Halftime Report. George Sedano, Richard Jefferson with you here in L.A. No LeBron, no A.D., Richard, but I'll ask you this. What are the Lakers trying to learn about their team in a game like this?
Well, look, you just want to give opportunity for other players to play. You see Horton-Tucker, the way he's played. That's the one thing. These preseason games, as much as people want to talk about, oh, will the veterans be ready? There's normally one guy almost on every single roster that makes the team because he plays so well during the preseason and during training camp. So this is really a time to see about the other players that you have on the roster.
Yeah, Horton-Tucker has been fantastic. Yeah. Now, both these squads revamped, but did the Lakers widen the gap against the Clippers?
I can't really think of too many times where the defending champion also had the best offseason. The one area that they struggled, it was really their bench. That was the one question, and it was so much pressure on LeBron and AD. And so now you got Montrez, you got Dennis Schroeder, you got Marc Gasol. I think they did a great job.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. There's no question about that. But here's Paul George doing a fantastic job thus far, despite his team trailing by 7. The Lakers lead 70-63. Mike Breen, Mark Jackson, Rachel Nichols with the call next. Welcome inside Studio H in Los Angeles with NBA champion Richard Jefferson. I'm George Sedano. The Lakers up here at the half. But let's take a look at what's going on around the NBA. Let's start with the Wizards and the Nets. It's been 552 days since we last saw Kevin Durant in an official game, but KD was back at it against the Wizards early in the first. Here's Durant. Check this out. Goes right to the rack for a dunk. 15 for KD. Later in the first, Kyrie Irving drives, shows off the handle, and hits the step-back J there.
Isn't it great to have Kyrie just seeing all of that movement? And I love watching these moves from all of these players, the way they're just pushing off and being aggressive. Good to see them healthy.
Yeah, no question about it. So what does it mean to you to see KD and Kyrie together, though, nice and healthy?
Well, it was good. Obviously, there's been so much conversation in the last few weeks about other stuff, and it's great to be back to just the basketball part. But that's what you want to see. You want to see them making dynamic moves. You want to see is Kevin Durant still Kevin Durant, which we all believe that he would be. But you know, these injuries and spending that much time off, it can mess up your rhythm. But it looks like he's prepared, Kyrie's prepared, and this is the team that the Brooklyn Nets fans have been excited about for, over a year. They're finally about to get a chance to see him.
And they'll have championship aspirations, that's for sure. Let's move on to another game. We've got Rockets and Bulls. John Wall and Boogie Cousins back in action. First quarter, Wall getting ready, stops, pops for 3. Trifecta, you betcha. Later, Wall drives in and gets the lay-in, looking like John Wall. And then DeMarcus Cousins left open for 3. Boogie's got it. Count all 3 of those. And, of course, our game, Lakers-Clippers, Talen Horton. Tucker, the young man, got 18. Lakers leading by 7 against their crosstown rivals. We'll be back in a moment.
Thanks for watching Lakers Compacto.
The season has begun. The Lakers take on their hallway rivals, the Clippers. And now they start their quest for a back-to-back. Weak side rebound to Trez. He's underneath. Count Montrez Harrell. Lakers have it. Montrez with the slam.
Bounce pass Caruso for 3. Got it.
Lob underneath and the finish by Kaycock.
They're moving left, right. Beautiful pass to Kaycock, who lays it up and in. Beautiful assist for Talen Horton-Tucker.
Schroeder attacks. Oh, and Harrell's there to follow it with the slam.
Talen Horton-Tucker down the middle. Reverse layup. Good. Wow, how did he get that to go? 5-2. Schroeder's three-pointer. Good.
Tucker changed direction, gets into the paint.
Strong. Yeah, strong there.
BHT counted for 3. Talen Horton-Tucker counted. Foul and 1. Really take charge in this one. The Lakers open up preseason with a victory over the Clippers.
The Reign Finals MVP LeBron James is in building, ladies and gentlemen, and he's ready for some football. But is he ready for some preseason basketball? We'll find out shortly. Also, fresh off signing a 5-year deal, his running mate AD is in the house. Will he also be suiting up tonight? It's game 2 of the preseason for Lake Show Hallway Series. Lakers against the Clippers live at 5:30. We're here on Spectrum Sportsnet. After a win on Friday, they're looking to sweep the other team in LA in the preseason. We say hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Allie Clifton, joined by the Hall of Famer, big game James Worthy, five-time champ, head coach of the LA Sparks, Derek Fisher. Good to see you, Fish.
Thank you, Allie. Good to be seen. Thankful to be here, healthy, and Laker fans, please stay safe and healthy out there.
Well said. How's your back?
My back?
Yeah.
It's good. I'm not LeBron or Anthony Davis, so my back is good.
Well, we just thought you'll be carrying us in here.
It's going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy tonight because Big Gang going to stand over here and say, talk to the coach.
And I will follow that lead. Let's get into it. The Lakers opened the preseason Friday, just 61 days after they won the title. So with LeBron, AD, and others resting against the Clips, the new guys took center stage. Montrezl Harrell went for 13 and 12. They beat his former team 87-81. Wes Matthews added 8 points. Dennis Schroeder scored 10. The new addition, Marc Gasol, did not play. But nice night for these three making their Laker preseason debuts. Trez West and Dennis the Menace combined for 31 points. Each have some things to improve. Harrell made just 5 of 13 shots. Matthews missed both of his point attempts. And Schroeder turned it over 6 times. But nonetheless, a lot of positives. And Fish, we will start with you. I think we were all surprised when we found out about Montrezl Harrell joining the Lakers this offseason. How big of a move is that for Lake Show?
I think it's huge. I was pleasantly surprised as well. Kind of came across the tip, everything comes across your cell phone now. So when it popped up, I was shocked, seriously. Not because, this is not a great place to be in the purple and gold, but I thought he really had become part of what the Clippers culture is now. And it just surprised me that he left. However, really glad to see him here. I think he adds a new energy and toughness and mindset that you need on a team that is trying to repeat as champions. You need guys that have not won yet to remind you of how special it is. And I think in particular in a season like this was going to be, guys like Montrez will be able to remind LeBron and Anthony Davis and all the guys kind of still, a little damp from champagne back in October, that everybody doesn't have that dampness, and we need to make sure we stay focused.
Adds a little nasty, like you said in the postgame on Friday. When it comes to winning, you got to have a little nasty, and I think he brings that. Was there anything about him that you saw that maybe you didn't know coming to Friday? I loved when you said that he was like the modern-day Iron Man in Montrez.
Yeah. He reminds me of the effort of AC Green. Never takes a playoff, but he has a little bit more talent than AC Green did. I watched this kid in Louisville destroy my Tar Heels from time to time. I said, 6'8", 6'9", with that kind of effort, I said he's going to be made for the NBA, where he can play physical and play, with men every night. So I saw him once against Ibaka. Ibaka's a tough defender, great shot blocker. Got an offensive rebound and took his time, got his shoulder, bumped him out of the way, and, so like Fish said, we lost to White. We saw what he did against Jokic coming in, and we lost JaVale McGee. But bringing in Montrez, a small size who can play small ball, you won't have to take him out, I don't think. So it's a huge advantage coming in.
And from Trez then to another new addition for the Lakers, Fish, what did you think of Dennis Schroeder in that signing? How do you like him on this roster?
Well, with the loss of Rondo, I think it was really important for Rob, guys in the front office, and Frank to find that additional ball handler, playmaker, other than LeBron. I think, we've all talked ad nauseum about what happens when LeBron comes off the floor in terms of the team's ability to create offense, to still get into the lane, get some easy baskets, and be able to attack in transition. And Dennis Schroeder is one of those one-man fast break type of guys. He's going to push the pace, and he's a well-rounded offensive player. I think early in his career, his perimeter shooting wasn't as consistent, and he's developed that now. So, like this addition for the Lakers, essentially over the next 3 or 4 years, Schroeder, LeBron, Anthony Davis are set to go. KCP has a new deal. So you have a core group of guys that are going to be together for a few years, and I like what he's going to bring to the group.
One thing I don't think we can forget as the season goes along, and he actually touched on it in one of his opening interviews, was the valuable experience he gained with a guy like CP3, playing with him last year in OKC, and just what that did for him at that position.
Yeah, CP3, you know, one of the last of Mohicans hanging around the NBA that can teach. You know, Rondo, I think one of the reasons that Atlanta was interested in him, they have a young point guard down there that he can train a little bit. But you're right, Allie. You know, when you find guys like, you know, Schroeder, who can come in and have those kind of relationships with AD, he's already made a point that he wants to, you know, get to know AD and learn those type of plays that, you know, Rondo used to run with him, the alley-oops, the eye contact, all that kind of stuff. So, great asset.
And I think you need guys, you know, LeBron it's like every season we see the same thing. Like, it's like if you just put in 28, 10, and 10, you can just run that for 2021. But you can't continue to put the pressure on him during the regular season to have to be that type of player every night. Anthony Davis has that responsibility at this point in his career, but not LeBron. And so I think adding a guy like Schroeder gives you the opportunity on a lot of regular season nights. LeBron doesn't